Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to have you once again. And today we interviewed an amazing expert. Now, this expert is the CEO of Ascent Marketing. He is an award winner for the Two Comma Club, which means he's made over $1 million, US dollars in sales in a year. Now, one interesting fact about this expert is that he's a retired magician. So I hope we can have a magic trick on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Gabriel Wong.
Thank you so much for
Gabriel,
having me. Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you on this show.
Yeah.
I know you're a very busy man, but you did make time to share your experience and knowledge with us.
Yeah.
We want to go straight into our interview.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are watching this from different parts of the world. Some know Gabriel really well because he's an expert in this field, but some would also want to know what he does and his background. So Gabriel, please tell us, you know, your background, what you do, and why you do what you do.
So in short, what I do is I run a marketing agency, and we focus a lot on helping salespeople and business owners get high quality leads and to scale their business by providing them with proper marketing tools, all right, resources, frameworks for them to grow their business online. So that's pretty much what I do. I think the reason why I did it was because I think generally it was because I was bad in marketing. When I first started out business, I was really lost. I had no idea what I was doing. I remember my first time I ran my Facebook ads, I actually lost a couple of $1,000s from there. And I think I was just lost. Every business I started, I was failing. And then I realized one of the most important skills is marketing, right? And not just marketing today, but more on marketing online. There's so much opportunity marketing when you're doing digital marketing. There's so much, it's so different from how we used to run advertising in the past. You know, today with $5 a day, you can run an ad, you can target people that is very, very targeted, very specific niche. Right. So there's just so much opportunity. So the reason why I do what I do is because I was bad at it. I decided to be good. I decided to figure it out. And then I started to realize that more and more people are missing out on this digital marketing train, right? They're missing out on social media. They're missing out on paid ads, digital paid ads. And so I made it a mission for myself to teach people that were in the same situation as me when I was a few years ago when I first started out. Yeah.
Good one. But I would also want to know how different is the marketing that you teach from what we get from our universities.
Yeah.
Because I know that after 4 years you can get a marketing degree and be so proud of it. But how will you compare yours to what they deliver in the traditional universities?
Okay, so you know what's interesting? I want to share with you a quick story. So there was actually once I was at an event. Okay, so I spoke at an event for a short while. And then at the end of the event, someone came up to me and say, Gabriel, I want to talk to you. So say, Gabriel, I just learned more than, in that 15 minutes to 20 minutes of your sharing, I learned more in marketing than what I learned in school.
Wow. And
this person is like, I believe he was studying degree or masters in marketing, and yet he said that.
Wow.
So I don't know for sure what they teach in school right now, okay? But what I do know is that I was actually from, when I was doing diploma, I didn't finish my diploma, I dropped out of school. I made a decision to do that because when I was in business studies in diploma, I was doing business diploma, they taught a few marketing stuff, and this was way back in the day. What I tend to realize is that they teach a lot of theories, they don't give you practical stuff, things that actually works. Right. And you know how like school, how the school system works in a way that like most of the things that are in the modules, they have to go through several few years of probably testing or of going. They probably have to check through, all right, the curriculum before it's added into the module. So by the time it's added into the school system, whatever they taught would have been outdated.
True.
So I think that is the biggest difference. And I think second, again, is not taught by practitioners. So one of the reasons why I dropped out of school is because I went to school to learn business.
Right.
But then my lecturer, now I'm thankful for lecturer, I'm thankful for teachers. But when I ask them, do they have experience running a business? They don't have it. So So then it makes no sense, right? Why would someone with no experience in business be teaching business? And it's all just textbook, right? It's all just theories. So I think that's the biggest difference. Yeah.
Right. You know, one thing about Gabriel is that he has a passion to share. I encountered him at the recent Funnel Hacking Live event, whereby he gave us suggestions as how to start as an entrepreneur. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here today. He actually inspired me to, go out and pursue what I love.
Yeah.
So at this segment, we'll ask Gabriel about entrepreneurship and what mindset should a young person wanting to pursue entrepreneurship have in order to see some success in this journey?
I think that's a good question. So every time I ask that question, most of the time I always give the same answer. And the answer is always be prepared to stay for the long run. Right. I think the world today see entrepreneurship as something that's just flashy, something that's cool, right. Something like, like they call themselves an entrepreneur, and they haven't really actually started anything, because it sounds cool, right? It sounds cool to build $1 million company, a multi-million-dollar company or whatever. And most of them, they are in for the short run. Okay, they are in for the shiny objects. They are in because they want to prove something to someone. They want to prove to their friends, or they want to prove something to prove to their family, or maybe they just want to make some quick money so they can, live the passive income and live the life they want, right? So I would say that is not most of us start with the mindset, but that's not the best mindset for you to have if you're an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, it's all about staying for the long run. Right. It's what's going to happen 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, think about it. If you are, say, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29, right? Yeah. You have a long life ahead of you.
Yeah.
Right? Generally, at least most of us will live until 70, 80. And if you were to live all the way till then, that means what? You have like 50 years left, 40 years left, right? Even 30 years is a long time. And if you have the mindset that you just want to do it for 3 to 4 years, so that you can make a lot of money and you can retire and you enjoy it, even if that happens, okay? What are you going to do for the next 25 years, 30 years? When you have all that money and you can enjoy your life, it's going to be meaningless, right? Yeah. I think we are made to work. The only difference with successful people is that they can get to choose what they want to work, right? They don't have to work, they get to work. Okay, so I never see myself as someone who will retire. I think this will be a lifelong journey. I'm not old. I'm only 28 this year, right? Ooh. Yeah. I started at 16. Yeah. So this is 12 years so far, but I still got a long way to go, right? I don't exactly know what I'm going to do at 40, 50, but I know for sure that this is going to be a journey that I'm going to continue to walk. Right? It's not just about the money anymore, but it's about serving the market. So coming back, the point is have the mindset that you're in for the long run. Right. You're not just in for the 3 years, for 5 years. And if you have that mindset, you have the expectation, then I'm sorry to say, normally you will be disappointed. It takes longer for you to actually build something that is worth, that is something that's meaningful. Wow. Yeah, something that's worthwhile. Wow. Yeah.
That's very deep. Very deep. If you're still watching, I have something to tell you. Now, this year, Gabriel is doing something amazing. He's giving out business class tickets for people to fly to Funnel Hacking Live. Stay tuned. He's going to share how you can get this at the end of this video. Gabriel, I want to ask, what is the power and importance of branding, for young entrepreneurs? What do you think?
I think the short answer is definitely important, but I think there's two sides to it. So at the start of an entrepreneurship journey, I think what's more important is focusing on creating something people want. Right. That can never go wrong. Like, you can have all the brand, but if you are not creating something that people want, then you can't make a profit. If you can't make a profit, you can't feed yourself. You can't feed yourself, right? You don't have a profit, you can't feed your team. And you can't feed your team, you can't grow the company. Right. Okay, you cannot impact more people. So I think the first thing is always coming back to like building something that people want, that people are willing to pay money for. Okay? And then branding is kind of like on top of that. It means once you have that done up, then the next part is about creating brand value in the market. how people know you as, how people see you. And I feel that that's important because when you have brand value, okay, you will always be valuable in the market. People will always come to you. You know, you will never run out of deals. You will never run out of clients. People trust you.
Right.
Okay, and I think that is one of the most important words when it comes to brand. You want brand is because you want trust. Okay, so say if you are starting as an entrepreneur or a salesperson, you know, when you are going in for the sale, when you are selling something, you're selling your product and services. If you have no trust, okay, people will never pay you money, even if the product is good, right? Because end of the day, people have to trust your word. And brand allows you to do that. So I started out having a harder time, but as I have the brand, as I have my social media following, when I've been adding value to people, today if I were to promote something, it's a lot easier. You know, people don't question me as much. Yeah. So to a certain extent, I would say yes, it's important because it's more like the long term.
Right.
You know, again, you know, when I mentioned if you're an entrepreneur, it's more for the long term. Because you never know what you're going to do 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, right? Whatever business you're going to start right now, it may not be the end, okay? It could fail, or it could, you know, you could sell it, you could exit the company, and you're probably going to have to do something else, right? But if you don't have the brand, if you don't have the reputation, it's going to be hard for you to start the next thing, okay? It's going to be hard for you to continue to grow the company to the next level, yeah.
All right, so to understand, to emphasize the point you raised, it says that entrepreneurship is a long journey, and branding is important, but you can build brand through trust.
Yeah.
And so for young people that's out there, always look to establish that trust with every client that comes on your way in this initial stages, because it will hold you in the long term if you really want to build something long term, right? Good.
Yeah. Can I just add also,
Sure.
like I think a lot of people when it comes to branding, they think branding is just looking good.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
the
yeah. I
nice logo, nice website, you know.
Lamborghini,
Yeah. So, but none of that stuff really matters if you are not able to provide the market with value. Value in terms of like you're not able to provide market what they want, right? If your product sucks, right, your services is not good, it doesn't deliver, it doesn't fulfill what you promise, doesn't deliver what you have promised, then all this brand stuff doesn't matter. So it comes back to that.
Right.
It always comes back to that. If the best brand is when your product works. The best brand is when your services deliver what it promised. You know, so it always go back to that. So it's not the flashy stuff on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. Yeah. So I just wanted to put that out. Yeah.
Wow. True. Wow.
Yeah.
That's very useful information. I hope you're writing stuff down. Take a pen and paper and
Yeah.
write it down.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we want to ask Gabriel about some essential frameworks that business owners must have. I mean, in this century, what frameworks you think that you have to put down in any business?
Okay, so when you say framework, there's many different kinds of framework, and it depends on what you need. I think the question would be like, what do you need in your season right now, right? If you're just starting out, then there's different framework. If you're scaling the company, then there's a framework to scale the company, okay? But who are most of your audience? Are your audience
more starting?
Just starting out? Okay, cool. So then I think the first thing is understand the marketing framework on, I would say it's like a 3-step framework that doesn't go wrong whenever you're trying to start something. First of all, always understand who is your audience. It always starts with the who. Okay, it's not the what, it's not the how, it's always the who, because it's who you're serving, who's your audience, right? Because ultimately, they are the one that's going to pay you money, right? They are the one that's going to put their trust, they're going to vote. And how do they vote? They vote with their money. They vote with their hard-earned money. So it always starts with the who are you serving, okay? Once you understand who are you serving, then the next thing is understanding where do you find them, okay? Which platform are they at? Where are they hanging out? Where are they congregating, right? Where are they? And that's where you can find them, okay? And then the next thing is what are you offering?
Right.
So it's who, where, what, right? What are you offering to them, okay? I think this is an essential framework for everything. It always starts with the who. Most people start off with what do I want to sell? See, the question is a wrong question because or at least it's a wrong arrangement because you don't want to sell what you want to sell. You want to sell what people want to buy, okay? I was actually sharing this earlier on in another interview where it's not hard to sell water to people who are thirsty. Right. You got to know, first of all, who's your audience? Are they thirsty, right? Second of all, where do they find thirsty crowd? Where is the thirsty crowd? And then lastly, sell them water.
Right.
You know, it's so easy. So that will be the essential framework. Follow this format, okay? You know, for you to start your business.
Right.
Yeah, always focus back on the who.
So, who, where, what?
What? Yeah.
Not the opposite.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to questions on Facebook. A couple of friends posted something that we should ask to take Gabriel, and Joshua Lim asked that, what is your daily routine?
Okay. Okay. My daily routine. Okay, it's different from time to time because of my traveling. Now, obviously, I just came back from like 35 days trip. So my routine is like screw up. So I'm gonna be very open and honest of that, okay? But my ideal schedule and routine that I'm getting back into will be this. I wake up, I do my best to wake up every day at about 7 at least, or latest 8 o'clock. I will spend some time with myself. I think, so don't look at just the routine,
Right.
but the principle behind.
Right.
I think that's more important because not everybody could follow the same routine. But more important is the principle behind why I do it that way.
Right.
Okay? So whenever I wake up, the first thing I would do is I'll spend time with myself. Because I think people are not taking care of themselves enough and they are trying to take care of the world. You know, they're thinking about what's going on in politics, they're thinking about what's going on outside, they're gossiping or whatsoever, but they didn't take care of themselves. Right? If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to serve the market, you want to add value to the market, you gotta first take care of yourself. If not, what do you have to give?
Right. Right.
So I think Tony Robbins always said it this way. He said that if you don't have 10 minutes to yourself, you have no life.
Wow.
Right? So always spend time with yourself. Take care of yourself first. So when I first wake up, I mean, the first thing I will do is I will always do my best to read the Bible.
Okay.
Now, not every day. I'm not like some holy guy and I read my Bible every day, but I do my best to at least clock in 5 times a week, you know. So the first thing I do is I wake up, I read my Bible, I build myself up, okay, spiritually. Then I would spend time to read a book, something that I am currently trying to pursue.
Right.
So if I need more mindset, I'll read a mindset book, right? If I need more skill set, I'll be reading a skill set book. Right now, I'm reading High Performance Habit by Brendon Burchard because I feel that I need to get back to my habit, right? So that is something I'm reading right now. So I build up my spirit man, I build up my skill set or mindset. The next thing I do is, again, this is not like a daily thing, but I try to do it at least 3 times a week. I would wake up and I'll go to the gym. I'll do some kind of workout, okay? Because I want to build my body. So if you see, it's more like I'm building my spirit, my mind, and my body.
Right.
Because I believe that this is the temple, right? And I have to take care of myself. And you know, if you want more energy, you gotta give energy. You never get to save energy.
Right.
Okay? So if I want more energy, and that's something that I'm trying to pursue this year. I want more energy to be able to serve. I want more energy to be able to be there for my team, to be present, and therefore I need to start building my body.
Right.
Okay? The next thing is I would probably just drink my bulletproof coffee. So that's something that I don't miss out every day, right? So it's just coffee with like butter,
Right.
and that's pretty much my breakfast. And that will give me energy all the way. I'll reach office about 10. Then I will start working.
Right.
You know, so before that was taking care of myself. And then the next part of the day is usually from 10 to about 6 is where I'll be in office working. That's where I'll be with my team. I'll be building the systems. I'll be doing whatever I'm doing. Okay, my career. So that's the one that I'm working on my career, working on my work. Then at 6 onwards, I'll do my best to end at 6 to 7, and then I will spend time with my wife.
Right.
You know, so if you look at it from the perspective, it's like I have to take care of myself first, and then my career,
Right.
and then lastly, I want to spend time with my family.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because that is something that I enjoy doing, and I'll do it at the end,
Wow.
right? Because it gives me life when I
Right.
spend time with my wife.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, hopefully, future children. You know, we're trusting
Right.
for kids, so I better set the habit first.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
a well-balanced life.
Yeah.
Right. There's also one question that Stephen Musa asked.
Yeah.
He says, what's the biggest problem you encountered when you were starting, and how did you get past that?
I think it depends on different season. When people ask me that question, I have different answer. But I think right now,
No, he meant when you were starting.
Yeah,
like, on
yeah, when I was
entrepreneurship,
starting,
yeah.
but I remember different things.
Okay.
But I think what I remember right now, at least I'm starting, the biggest challenges is thinking that I don't have enough resources. You know, like, so what is resources? You see, everybody wants to start a business, but why don't they start now? They always say, I'm going to start later, I'm going to start someday, right? But they always give themselves excuses, right? That, like, okay, so why don't you start now? They will say, I have no
Money.
money, right? I have no time. I have no what? Resources. I have no network.
skills.
No skill set. Okay, people is network, right? No platform, right? So all these excuses that's coming out. And these are what? Resources. So it's not about the resources. It's you never, if you need the resource for you to start the business, you never start. Right? If you need money to start the business, you never start. There's so many examples of people who have started a business with no money. Right? There's so many examples of people who started a business with no, absolutely no resources, no network, right? No money, no time. They make time, right? No platform. And so it's a question of resources versus resourcefulness. And actually, there's something I learned from Tony Robbins, that we all have the greatest resource. It's our emotion, all right? Our creativity, right? And the resourcefulness to go and do it no matter what. Because it's about who you have to become in order to achieve what you want. It's never the other way around, right? So most people say, I want to start a business so I can be rich. So I want to be rich first, right? I have money first, then I start a business. That will never happen. It's always the other way around. I want to be an entrepreneur, right? I work my way, then I'll be rich. Okay? So it's more like be, do, have, rather than have to be. So I think the biggest challenge was at the start, giving myself a lot of excuses. You know, even though I started really young, right? But I give myself a lot of excuses when I was supposed to make certain move, or I was supposed to change course in my business. I keep saying that, you know, not yet, not time yet, or yeah, I'll just give myself a bunch of resources excuses.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, it's not about the resources, it's all about being resourceful.
Right. So it's not about the resources, it's about being resourceful.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you have waited for this moment. I want Gabriel to share about this offer he has for people who are interested in funnel hacking life.
Yeah.
He shared, and I want every one of you to know
Yeah.
about this. Gabriel?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe just a story on that. When I first went to Funnel Hacking Live, that was in 2019. It was one of the most inspiring events ever. So if you don't know what's Funnel Hacking Live is a yearly event held by ClickFunnels, by Russell Brunson in US. Okay, so it's different location, but right now they're gonna make a permanent location, Nashville, in USA, Nashville. So it's the greatest marketer event ever. Okay, it's like party where you have like keynote speaker. It's fun, it's engaging. You learn a ton of stuff. And when I first took that leap of faith to fly all the way to US, that was like last year, 2019. It completely changed my life. I remember that when I was there, I was actually in pain because I was going through a bit of transition in my business, some partnership stuff that I was gonna separate my partner, things like that, right? I mean, there were talks and stuff, and things were not going my way. And I remember that event gave me the inspiration I needed to move on. And I remember especially the part where people were going up on stage and they were just getting 2 Comma Club award, right?
Yeah.
Where basically, if you at least achieve $1 million in a sales funnel, you can get this award. And there were like 250 people getting the award, right?
250.
Yeah. Now they have like even higher award. They have like 2 Comma Club X, which is like $10 million. Now they have the $100 million award. But back last year, it was only the 2 Comma Club and the 2 Comma Club X. So there was like 250 people who went up on stage to get. It's like one by one. And it made it seem like it's so easy. And of course, even the 2 Comma Club X, there was like at least, I think there's like 30 to 50 people. I can't remember the exact amount, but it wasn't just 1 or 2, all right? It was like, yeah, it was at least 30 to 50 people. And that gave me the inspiration, and I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna go back here next year to collect an award.
Wow.
And this year, which is the early beginning of this year, we went to take the award.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Two Comma
yeah.
Club award.
I saw the photos and everything. Wow.
So it is an inspiring event, and Russell Brunson has totally changed my life. Russell Brunson is the founder of ClickFunnels, and he has totally changed my life and transformed my life. So I feel that one of the best way for me to give back is to encourage more people to go to Funnel Hacking Life.
Right.
Okay. So one of the things that we want to do is to do this contest. This year, I'm trying to scale my business and I'm scaling my agency. And before we can scale again, is the who, right? We want to understand more about our audience. We want to understand what you guys are going through. Okay. My audience are more salespeople and business owners, but we want to understand what they're going through. So what we are going to do is we're going to do a quiz contest. That means all you have to do is do a simple quiz, like 3 to 4 questions. It only takes you like maybe less than 1 minute, 30 seconds maximum. Once you do the quiz, you'll be given like a referral link, and all you have to do is to share the quiz. The referral link is to get people to do the quiz as well. You just have to share this referral link to about 2 to 3 people, and you are in the contest.
Wow.
At the end, we will do a lucky draw, and the lucky winner, chosen winner, will fly to Funnel Hacking Live 2021, which is next year, and we will be flying you on Singapore Airline Business Class.
So anybody with that referral link can do that?
Yeah, anyway, as long as you do the quiz and you refer 2 to 3 packs. Now,
Right.
again, the other thing is this, when you refer 2 to 3 friends, what if they win, right, instead of you? So what we want to do is whoever get chosen, whoever refer the person who is a winner, will also fly there.
Wow.
So it's 2 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to post the link, the survey and
Yeah.
the referral link in this video. So sign up. You could be the lucky winner for this great trip to Funnel Hacking Live. Okay, we've come to the end of our interview with Gabriel Wong. I have learned so much from this man. I'm so surprised that he's that young. That is...
I didn't know my age.
Yeah, and for me, I'm really inspired because I see that somebody much younger than me has achieved something so great, which tells me that I can also do it. Maybe not overnight, but if I'm consistent, if I build a good brand and that trust that is shared today, someday I might be sitting in the seat and somebody interviewing me.
Yeah.
So, Gabriel, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you for having
thankful
me. I appreciate it.
for this time.
Yeah.
And I wish you the best. I'm looking forward for you to get a 10x,
Yes.
in the next funnel hacking live.
Yeah.
So viewers, hope you also enjoyed this interview, and have a nice evening.